With Kaleem. Today I come up with very interesting topic that how we can send the data from child to parent component. If you followed my videos and followed this series, then in my previous video I explained you that how we can send the data from parent to child. Now we are going to discuss completely opposite. So remember guys that this is a very interesting and very important topic that you guys will definitely going to experience in your real-time project. So please keep attention to this video, and if you're not able to understand in first go, then please watch this video at least twice. So now let's discuss the point that how we can achieve this one. So first we will create a child component, then we will use a child component in a parent component, and at third step we will make a function at parent component, and then we will call the function in a child component. Then we will get the data in a parent component. So remember these steps, and remember, for the interview question, you can you know that any prospect or any prospect employer could ask you this question from you, that how you can send the data from child to parent. So these are the points that I just explained you. These are 5 points that you can just answer them, and this will be quite enough for them. So now let's start and jump into the practical example of this one, and let's start. So from here, first we will create a child component. For that one we will just use we'll just create a component ngc. Okay, this component has been created, child component. So now after that, what we will do, and we will just call this function, we will just call the app child here. Okay, app child we will call it here, and in this we will just define one function. We will define a one function at one function here, right? It could be like update data events, update item events, or anything. So let me first define that one. Okay, so for this we can just define this update item, right? And here I'm going to just send the string. So for this update item, you can just define it here console.info, and here I will just print this. Okay, and after that what I will do, I will just call this update item, right? I will just call this update item here. In my previous video, if you notice that in order to send any value or any attribute, we use this type of brackets, but for function what we will do, we will use the banana brackets here, and I will use this update item there. This is a function name, update item event, and in this what I will do, I will call the update item, for instance update item. And remember, here you have to use the event keyword. Event keyword is a compulsory, but this name can be changed. Yes, you can define any name, but it's not exist on the child side, so that's why we have to define that on the child side. So let's move to the child's, and we will define it here. And but before that, we have to implement on it, right? And for on it, what we will do, we'll just define the constructor and ng on it, right? And after that, what we will do, we will just define one parameter, one attribute, one output, because we have to send it back. So output, and the other one is event emitter. So these two are very important in order to achieve this one, right? So in order to achieve this, you can just define it at output. This will be a function, remember, output, and update item event. Okay, now I'm going to define it, update item event here, and new event emitter. So I'm going to pass this string, so this will be all. Okay, so now we done with this one. Let's move back and make sure this is same. Okay, so update item events, and let's see that whether it's working or not. And npm start, and let's see whether it is working or not, right? So after that we will see. Okay, no, it's not working. Why it's not working? Because we not save everything. Now let's see. Okay, now it started. Child, to parent, child to parent, child works, right? So now what will be next step, how we can see this value? So for that one we will do some work on the child side, right? Now let's come here and do some magic. Here what I'm going to do, I will just define an input text type is equal to text, and here I will define the box, for instance, and after that I will just define a button, and here what I'm going to do, update item, right? Item or data, whatever you want to define. Click, and on click I'm just going to call the same update item event, but remember this will not be called, you have to omit this, right? Because we are sending data back to parent. So but here in omit we have to pass some value. How we can pass the value? This is a box, you can just use this box, and box dot value, whatever the value that you can use and pass, right? So now let's see that how it is coming up. Code with Kaleem, update item, code with Kaleem, you can see that values are coming up here. But now we have to print this value, right? So how we can print this value? So let's see that how we can print this. So for that one you can just use how you can display that, right? So it's mean we have to display that on here, right? We want to display here, but how you can display the value here? Interesting, right? So for that one you can just define the data is, for instance, default data, hello code with Kaleem, right? So here I will define this, right? Now we'll check SDF, right? So how we can display this? So use this data here, and then see whether it's working or not. SDF. Okay, now let's try to update this one and see that whether it is working or not. So how we can do this? Data is equal to this dot, data is equal to item. Now see, code with value, here I already defined for bring toffees, update item bring toffees. So you can see it here that it is working. So I think that we have successfully achieved this one. Let me recap the entire story, that how we define and how we achieve this one. First of all, we define a one function here, update item, right? And this update item, what we are doing, we just I just define the data here, and just using this data in header displaying this information. So I'm sending this update item event. Remember, this function should be same, update item event. It will be called here, and from whatever the value we are using, so we can just define it, we can just omit from here. So you can see it here that box dot value, whatever the value is input here, then we could just send it back, right? So update item event, then we'll call the dot omit and box dot value, and by just click on the update item, the value will be sent it back to the parent. So from here we can just use it, the data, whatever the values are coming from the child side. So I hope that you guys able to understand this very interesting topic. If you have any question, you can just leave the comment for me, and please subscribe my channel to keep get the new tech videos. Thank you guys.